अद्य सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कारकप्रकरणे 39 पाठः सेप्टेम्बर् मासस्य 17 दिनाङ्कः येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। विभक्तम् अनभिहिते कर्मणि द्वितीया तृतीया च होश्छन्दसि अन्तरान्तरेण युक्ते कालाध्वनोरत्यन्तसंयोगे अपवर्गे तृतीया सप्तमी पंचम्यौ कारकमध्ये कर्मप्रवचनीययुक्ते द्वितीया यस्मादधिकञ्यस्य चेश्वरवचनं तत्र सप्तमी पंचम्यपाङ् परिभिः प्रतिनिधिप्रतिदाने यस्मात् गत्यर्थकर्मणि द्वितीया चतुर्थ्यौ चेष्टायामनध्वनि चतुर्थी संप्रदाने क्रियार्थोपपदस्य च कर्मणि स्थानिनः तुमर्थाच्च भाववचनात् नमः स्वस्ति स्वाहा स्वधालम्बषड्योगाच्च मन्यकर्मण्यनादरे विभाषा प्राणिषु कर्तृकरणयोस्तृतीया सह युक्ते प्रधाने येनाङ्गविकारः इत्थं भूतलक्षणे संन्योन्यतरस्यां कर्मणि हेतौ अकर्तरिणे पंचमी विभाषागुणे स्त्रियां षष्ठी योगे सर्वनाम्नस्तृतीया च अपादाने पंचमी अन्यारादितरर्थे दिक्शब्दाञ्चूत्तरपदाजा हि युक्ते षष्ठ्यतसर्थप्रत्ययेन येन पाद्वितीया पृथग्विना नानाभिस्तृतीयान्यतरस्यां करणे च स्तोकाल्पकृच्छ्रकतिपयस्या सत्त्ववचनस्य दूरान्तिकार्थैः षष्ठ्यन्यतरस्यां दूरान्तिकार्थेभ्यो द्वितीया च सप्तम्यधिकरणे च यस्य च भावेन भावलक्षणं षष्ठी चानादरे स्वामीश्वराधिपतिदायादसाक्षिप्रतिभूप्रसूतैश्च आयुक्तकुशलाभ्यां चासेवायां यतश्च निर्धारणं पंचमी विभक्ते साधुनिपुणाभ्याम् अर्चायां सप्तम्यप्रतेः प्रसितोत्सुकाभ्यां तृतीया च नक्षत्रे च लुपि प्रातिपदिकार्थलिङ्गपरिमाणवचनमात्रे प्रथमा संबोधने च सामन्त्रितम् एकवचनं सम्बुधिः षष्ठी शेषे ज्ञोविदर्थस्य करणे अधीगर्थदयेषां कर्मणि कृण्यः प्रतियत्ने रुजार्थानां भाववचनानाम् अज्वरेः आशिषिनाथः जासि निप्रहणनाटक्राथपिषां हिंसायां व्यवहृपणोः संवर्तोः दिवस्तदर्थस्य विभाषोपसर्गे द्वितीया ब्राह्मणे प्रेष्यब्रुवोर्हविषो देवता संप्रदाने चतुर्थ्यर्थे बहुलं छन्दसि यजेश्च करणे कृत्वोऽर्थप्रयोगे कालेऽधिकरणे कर्तृकर्मणोः कृति उभयप्राप्तौ कर्मणि कृतस्य च वर्तमाने अधिकरणवाचिनश्च न लोकाव्ययनिष्ठा खलर्थतृणाम् अकेनोर्भविष्यदामन्ययोः कृत्यानां कर्तरिव तुल्यार्थैरतुलोपमाभ्यां तृतीयान्यतरस्यां चतुर्थी चाधिष्यायुष्यमद्रभद्रकुशलसुखार्थहितैः द्विगुरेकवचनम्। कारकप्रकरणे कर्मप्रवचनीयाः अधीयमानाः सन्ति। कर्मप्रवचनीयाः इति संज्ञाधिकारः प्रथमाध्यायस्य चतुर्थपादस्य 83तमसूत्रादारभ्य 97तमसूत्रपर्यन्तं गच्छति। प्रादीनां क्रियायोगे कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा विधीयते। क्रियायोगः अस्ति वा नास्ति इति सन्देहः, किन्तु दीक्षितानां मते तु क्रियायोगः अस्ति। अत एव गत्युपसर्गसंज्ञापवादः कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति। गतिसंज्ञायाः उपसर्गसंज्ञायाश्च बाधकत्वेन विधीयते। अतः गतिसंज्ञाप्रयुक्तकार्याणाम् उपसर्गसंज्ञाप्रयुक्तकार्याणां च निवारणम् एकं प्रयोजनं, कर्मप्रवचनीययुक्ते द्वितीया इत्यादिभिः विशिष्टविभक्तिविधानं च अपरं प्रयोजनं संज्ञायाः। अनुर्लक्षणे इति प्रथमं सूत्रं। लक्षणे हेतुभूते लक्षणे वाच्ये अनोः कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति। हेतुतृतीयायाः अपवादत्वेन द्वितीया विभक्तिश्च भवति। पर्जन्यः जपमनु प्रावर्षत्। एवं तृतीयार्थे साहित्ये सः इत्यस्य भावः साहित्यं, तस्मिन् द्योत्ये अनु इत्यस्य कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति। नदीमनु अवसिता सेना, नद्या सह सम्बद्धा इत्यर्थे। हीनत्वे द्योत्ये अपि अनु इत्यस्य कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति। अनुहरिं सुराः, हरेः हीनाः सुराः इत्यर्थे। हीन इत्येतत् अनुना द्योत्यते, अतः हरिम् अनु, हरेः इति षष्ठी सम्बन्धषष्ठीं बाधित्वा कर्मप्रवचनीययुक्तत्वात् द्वितीया विभक्तिर्भवति। उपोधिके च, उप इत्येतत्तु हीने अधिके च द्योत्ये कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञको भवति। So when it indicates both hina and adhika, we have कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा। हीने द्वितीया विभक्तिर्भवति, उपहरिं सुराः इति। अधिके तु सप्तमी विभक्तिः अग्रे वक्ष्यते। So again in saptami vibhakti prakarana he takes up कर्मप्रवचनीयस. So there he gives यस्मादधिकं यस्य चेश्वरवचनं तत्र सप्तमी सूत्र which we saw in the Ashtadhyayi. यस्मादधिकं, so यत्र आधिक्यं द्योत्यते तत्र सप्तमी विभक्तिर्भवति। लक्षणेत्थं भूताख्यानभागवीप्सासु प्रतिपर्यनमः। प्रति परि अनु इत्येतेषां त्रयाणामपि कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति येष्वर्थेषु विषयभूतेषु। लक्षणं नाम ज्ञापकम्, an indicator. इत्थं भूताख्यानं, कञ्चित् प्रकारं प्राप्तस्य कथनं, so to indicate somebody who has gained some attribute, so to indicate the vishaya of that attribute. So bhakti vishayah विष्णुः, अतः विष्णुं प्रति भक्तः। एवं भागः, भागः नाम अंशः, तत् स्वामी, so to indicate the owner of some part. वीप्सा, कार्त्स्न्येन अभिव्याप्तुम् इच्छा वीप्सा। वृक्षं वृक्षं प्रति सिञ्चति, so to water each tree इत्यर्थे। कार्त्स्न्येन सर्वान् वृक्षान् सेक्तुं यत्र इच्छा भवति तत्र वीप्सा, तत्र पुनः कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति। अभिरभागे, अभि इत्येतस्य तु भागवर्जम्, उपरिष्टात् चत्वारः विषयाः निर्दिष्टाः, तत्र भागं त्यक्त्वा अन्येषु त्रिषु विषयभूतेषु, अर्थात् लक्षणे, इत्थंभूताख्याने, वीप्सायां च अभि इत्यस्य कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति। भागार्थे तु न भवति। यदत्र मम अभिष्यात् तद्दीयताम्, मम भागः दीयताम् इत्यर्थे अभि इत्यस्य प्रयोगे कर्मप्रवचनीयं नास्ति, कर्मप्रवचनीयत्वं नास्ति, अतः द्वितीया विभक्तिर्न भवति। अभिष्यात् इत्यत्र षत्वनिवारणम् अपि न भवति। यदि कर्मप्रवचनीयत्वं, यथा वृक्षं वृक्षं अभि सिञ्चति, तत्र षत्वं न भवति। कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा उपसर्गसंज्ञां बाधते, अतः उपसर्गप्रयुक्तस्य कार्यस्य निवारणमपि भवति। यत्र भागार्थे कर्मप्रवचनीयत्वं नास्ति इत्यतः विभक्तिः न भवति, तत्प्रयुक्ता द्वितीया विभक्तिर्न भवति, षत्ववारणम् अपि न भवति, अर्थात् षत्वं भवति। अधिपरि अनर्थकौ, अनर्थान्तरौ यत्र धात्वर्थमेव द्योतयन्ति अधिपरि इत्येतौ न तु किमप्यर्थान्तरं तत्रापि कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा भवति कुतः पर्यागच्छति इत्यादीनि उदाहरणानि तत्र गतिर्गतौ इत्यादि गतिसंज्ञाप्रयुक्तकार्यस्य निवारणं प्रयोजनं भवति कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञायाः. So continuing with this, सुः पूजायाम् अस्ति सुः पूजायां कर्मप्रवचनीयः इत्यधि क्रियते. So पूजार्थकत्वे गम्ये. So when it indicates respect or worship, something well done इत्यर्थे सु इत्यस्य प्रयोगे कर्मप्रवचनीयत्वम् अस्ति. सुसिक्तं सुस्तुतम् अस्ति. अनुपसर्गत्वात् नशः. सुसिक्तं सम्यक् सिक्तं सम्यक् स्तुतं. So well watered or well praised इत्यर्थे. So पूजार्थकत्वम् अस्ति सु इत्यस्य. कर्मप्रवचनीयत्वम् अनुपसर्गत्वात् न शः. केवलं सुसिक्तम् इत्युक्ते विभक्तेः प्रसक्तिः नास्ति. सिक्ते सेकक्रियायामेव अन्वयः तत्र sorry. Where are we? Excuse me, I don't know what happened to my presentation. अनुपसर्गत्वात् न शः. कर्मप्रवचनीयसंज्ञा उपसर्गसंज्ञा बाध्यते अतः षत्वं न भवति. So the shatva on shikta or abhishtuta इति भवति तत्तु अत्र न भवति. पूजायां किम्? So why puja? Because the prefix su always indicates something which is well done, right? Su always indicates puja, that is some a praise or respect. So why pujayam? Kimartham pujayam iti vaktavyam. Sushiktam kim syat tamatra iti udaharanam diyate. So here he gives a context. So as you can see, I mean, there are some words which are probably, I mean, which mean a good thing, but depending on the context, it might mean something the opposite, quite the opposite, based on the tone or the context. So he says here, Sushiktam kim syat tavatra. Iti udaharanam. Kshepahayam. He says this is a case not of respect but of contempt. Katham iti pashyamaha. So the Vyakhyana gives the prasanga, what is the context. So Sushiktam kim syat tavatra. त्वया सम्यक् सिक्तं किन्तु अत्र अस्मिन् सुसेके कृते सति सेक्तुः तव किं न किञ्चिदपि इत्यर्थः. So context is somebody has done the thing well, that is, has watered something well. Kim स्यात् तव अत्र, what is the use? I mean, you did something else, but what is the use is the question. So the thing conveyed here is actually there is no use in having paid so much attention to this job or doing it so well. So it actually turns out to be a kshepa instead of puja. Sushiktam is correct. That is, I mean, he has done it well, but it is pointless. So when you are saying that, it means that there is kshepa of the seka and not puja, not praise. Maybe he watered when it rained. Yeah, I mean, that is probably one of the cases. Okay, so where it does not have any purpose, or we did something, I mean, when he was supposed to be doing something else more useful, or I mean, any such thing. So त्वया सम्यक् सिक्तं किन्तु अत्रस्मिन् सुसेके कृते सति सेक्तुः तव किं न किञ्चिदपि इत्यर्थः क्षेपोऽयम् इति निन्दा अत्र गम्यते सेकक्रिया कर्तुः पूज्यत्वे गम्ये एव अत्र कर्म प्रवचनीयत्वं तदभावात् उपसर्गात् सुनोति इति षत्वम्. So since it is not a puja, then there is no karma prasaniya and therefore there is shatva by the same sutra, upasargat sunoti, etc. So sushiktam iti shatvam bhavati. So based on that you can know whether it's actually being praised or if it is not. Okay. Atiratikkramane cha. Atihi atikramane cha entyasti chakarat pujayam ityapi samucciyate. Atikramane pujayam cha. So in atikramana, to cross or to excel somebody else, and pujayam, and when it indicates praise, atihi karma pravachaniya samyah syat. The particle ati will be called karma pravachaniya. Ati devan krishnaha. So ati devan krishnaha. प्रपंच संरक्षण विषये देवेभ्यः अधिकः कृष्णः इत्यर्थः देवानां पूज्यः इति वा. So it can mean either puja or atikramana. Atikramana is to excel. So Krishna excels all other gods when it comes to prapancha samrakshana. Is atikramana, or just puja. It is just indicates worship. So devanam api pujyah ityarthe va प्रयोगः. अत्र अतेः कर्म प्रवचनीयत्वं तस्मात् देवान् इति द्वितीया विभक्तिः. So because of the कर्म प्रवचनीय we have द्वितीया विभक्ति. अतिदेवान् कृष्णः इति प्रपंच संरक्षण विषये देवेभ्यः अधिकः कृष्णः इत्यर्थः देवानां पूज्यः इति वा. आद्ये अर्थे कुगतिप्रादयः इति समासो न स्वती पूजायाम् इति नियमात् द्वितीये तु अनभिधानात् न इत्याहुः. So there is a question whether it's a samasa or not. Pradi can have a samasa. So it is not a samasa. And because of the anabhidhana. Okay. So the next one, the next sutra, apih padartha sambhavananvasargagarha samuccayeshu. अपि हि पदार्थ संभावना अन्ववसर्ग गर्हा समुच्चयेषु येषु पंचसु अर्थेषु अपि इत्यस्य कर्म प्रवचनीय संज्ञा भवति. येषु द्योत्येषु अपि हि उक्त संज्ञः स्यात्. सो अपि पदार्थ इत्यादि पदार्थश्च संभावनाञ्च अन्ववसर्गश्च गर्हा च समुच्चयश्चेति द्वन्द्वः. येषु द्योतकतया विद्यमानः अपि हि कर्म प्रवचनीयः इत्यर्थः. Okay. So in these 5 cases there is padartha, sambhavana, anvavasarga, garha, samuccaya. We'll understand each of these when we go into specific examples. Sarpishopi syat iti prathamam udaharanam. It is in padartha. Okay. So first we have to see what does the sentence itself mean. Sarpishopi syat iti यत्र अतिदौर्लभ्यात् अत्यल्पमाज्यं भुञ्जानेभ्यो दीयते तद् उपहासार्थमिदं वाक्यम्. So there is a feast where the feast, I mean in our traditional feast, the ghritam, that is sarpihi, is ghee. Okay, ghee forms a very important part. So ghee is in very less quantity. यत्र अतिदौर्लभ्यात् अत्यल्पम् आज्यं भुञ्जानेभ्यः दीयते. So whoever is sitting for me, they are being served very little ghee. So tad upahasarthamidam vakyam. So to mock at that quantity of the ghee, sarpishopi syat. Oh, there is even ghee. That is the explanation, which means that the ghee is extremely negligible in quantity. Okay. So that is the context. So what is the padartha here? You have to see what does that api indicate. Anupasargatvat na shaha. So there is karma pravachaniya for api here. Api indicates padartha and therefore there is karma pravachaniya. And api syat. Anupasargatvat shatvam na bhavati. Iti prayojanam. Okay. तत्र कः सर्पिषः इति षष्ठी विभक्तिः. पदार्थत्वं कथम् इति प्रश्नः. अप्रयुज्यमानस्य पदान्तरस्य अर्थः पदार्थः. पदस्य अर्थः पदार्थः. Padartha is the meaning of a word. Of which word? Aprayujyamanasya padantarasya arthaha. So api here indicates the meaning of a word which is not being directly used. Okay, which is that word? Sarpishaha bindoho sambhavana atra uchyate. Api syat ityasti. Syat iti linglakaraha sambhavana. Okay, so it indicates the presence. Sarpishaha bindoho sambhavana of just a drop of ghee. Sarpishaha binduhu. Okay, so a drop of ghee. So it indicates that there is a sambhavana that when he is serving, there is a sambhavana of a drop of ghee falling into the plate. Okay, it might or might not. So that is the quantity of ghee. So Sarpishaha bindoho sambhavana. The bindu, that is the drop, is the word which is not being used and is indicated by the api. That is, there is even just a drop of ghee. So bindu shabdaha aprayuktaha. The word bindu is not used here, but it is indicated by api. Tad arthadhyotakaha apihi. Ataha padarthe ityasya na udaharanam. So here api is used to indicate the meaning of a word which is not used. Prayujyamanasya padantarasya arthaha padarthaha padarthadhyotakaha apihi. So sambhavanayam ling api syat iti lingakarah sambhavanayam. So tasyaha eva vishayabhute bhavane nama bhavanam. Syat is asa bhuvi, to be there, presence. Okay. Kartru daurlabhya prayuktam daurlabhyam dyotayan api shabdaha. So api indicates the daurlabhya, the absence, or that it is not available, difficulty in obtaining that ghee. Syad ityanena sambadhyate. So api is associated with syat. So it is the sambhavana of what? The possibility of the presence of bindu. Bindohu bhavanasya arthat sattayaha sambhavana. He is explaining why it is sambhavanayam ling. Okay. So it is the sambhavana of the presence of a drop. Tatra karta binduhu. Sarpishaha binduhu syat. There might be a drop of ghee. Tasya daurlabhyam apihi dyotayati. So Sarpishaha iti shashti tu apishabdena gamyamanasya bindoho avayava avayavi bhava sambandhe. So he is trying to explain why it is Sarpishaha is shashti. So it is not directly associated with api. Okay. Generally, if it is karma pravachane yukte, you should have dvitiya. But Sarpishaha is associated with the bindu which is indicated by api. Okay. It is not directly associated with api itself. Sarpishaha iti shashti tu apishabdena gamyamanasya bindoho avayava avayavi bhava sambandhe. Sarpishaha bindoho, a drop of ghee. Iti anvayaha. Yameva apishabdasya padartha dyotakata nama. So this is why we say it is padartha dyotaka. That is, it indicates the meaning of some other word which is not present. And sarpi is related to that word and not directly to api. That is why we don't have dvitiya on sarpi. Sarpishaha binduhu api syat. Sarpishaha binduhu syat ityarthaha. So that bindu is indicated by api and it is related to the sambhavana of ling. Dvitiya tu neha pravartate. There is no dvitiya. Sarpishaha binduna yogaha natu apina. Because the word sarpi is actually related to the bindu and not to api. Okay, so that is about the first example, which is sarpishopi syat. So what does the Vyakhyana says the same thing. I mean, it's pretty long, so I took out whatever is the relevant, I mean whatever sentences between were from the Bala Manorama. So I took out only the relevant things. If you want, I mean, you can read through it. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So the next example is Sambhavana. Padartha Sambhavana. Apistuyad Vishnu. So he can even praise Vishnu is the question. Sambhavanam nama Shaktyutkarsham avishkartum atyuktihi. So it is an exaggeration. What it means is it is impossible to praise Vishnu because he is so great that it is impossible for anybody to praise Vishnu. So apistuyad Vishnu. So Vishnu api stuyat. So he did Shaktyutkarsha, the extreme, the possibility or the capability to praise even Vishnu. Avishkartum atyuktihi. Is it possible? So that is the sense. Sambhavana, the possibility of having the capacity to praise Vishnu is what is being told here by the api. Okay, apistuyad Vishnu iti. So there is apistuyad Vishnumiti. Sambhavane alamiti chet siddha prayoga iti ling. So there is ling lakara in Sambhavana. Sambhavana padam vyachaste. Sambhavanam shaktyutkarsham. So avang manasa gocharam Vishnumapi stuyad stotum shaktaha ityarthaha. So Vishnu is avang manasa gochara, is beyond vak and manas, beyond speech and even mind. So tadrisham Vishnumapi stuyat stotum shaktaha. Somebody is capable. So that is atyukti, exaggeration, because Vishnu, it is impossible to do the stavana of such Vishnu. When he is beyond vak and manas, it is impossible to praise him with words. But it is an atyukti. Avang manasa gocharasya Vishnohu kenapi stotum ashakyatvat. So since it is impossible, this is an exaggeration. It indicates sambhavana, that he does it very well. Ityarthe प्रयोगः. तत्र कर्म प्रवचनीयत्वे उपसर्गत्वबाधात् उपसर्गात् सुनोति इति षत्वं न. पदार्थ संभावना अन्ववसर्ग. अन्ववसर्गः कामचारानुज्ञा. So it is a permission to do as one wishes. Okay, so this stuhi, the ling and lot are used in a series of what we call a pravartana. So vidhiling and lot, both of them are used in the same sense. If you look at the sutra, vidhinimantrana mantranadhishta samprashna prarthaneshu ling. Okay, it is used in a range of emotions. So starting from order to request. Okay, so an order is something which has to be done. There is no choice. So then there is some case where you can suggest something and leave it to the choice. Okay, you can suggest something with authority. You can request. So all these things are conveyed by lot or ling lakara. So here anvavasarga is kamachara anugya. Kamachara is to do as one pleases. So it is the anugya, permission to do as one pleases. Api stuhi. Stuhi is praise somebody. So api stuhi. If you want, you can praise or not. Ityarthe sa kamacharaha apina jyotyate. Api stuhi. So stuhi va nava yatheshtam kuru. So if you want to praise, you can or not. So that kamachara is indicated by api. Okay, so that is itself is called anvavasarga. Padartha sambhavana anvavasarga garha. Garha is contempt. So dhik devadattam apistuyad vrushalam. Garha. So a contempt is indicated here. Dhik devadattam. So that is why the dhik devadattam is given. I mean, to indicate that it is contempt. 5 on devadatta. Why? Apistuyad vrushalam. He is praising somebody. Vrishala. Vrishala is generally used for Shudra. Okay. So he is praising somebody who is not worthy of being praised. Okay. Okay. So by that the garha, the contempt of Devadatta is being conveyed. Vrishalam api stuyat. So he is praising somebody who is not worthy of praise. So that is indicative of the contempt regarding Devadatta. Dhik Devadattam apistuya drishalam. So the api indicates garha. Apistuya drishalam iti. Garhadyotakam apim udaharati. Apistuya drishalam iti. Garhayam ladapi jatvoho iti latam badhitva paratvad antarangatvad cha sambhavanayam ling. So there is ling lakara. Atra vrishalasya nindyatvat. Since the vrishala is nindya, tat stutehe nindyatvam Gavyamanam api shabdah dyotayati. Dhik Devadattam iti tad anuvadah. So actually if Dhik Devadattam is there, you don't need that apistuya dvishalam, because the sense of Dhik Devadattam is conveyed by api. The garha is already conveyed by api. So you don't need the dhik. So it is just there to indicate that this is garha. Samuchaye. Padartha sambhavananmava sarga garha samuchayeshu. Samuchaya is conjunction to do two things like cha, chakara. So api sincha, api stuhi. So it means sincha is water and stuhi is pray. So say pray while you water, something like that. So you do both. Api sincha, api stuhi. Api dvayena militena samuchaya dyotanat. Pratyekam karma pravachaniyatvat ubhayatrapi shatva bhavaha. Sincha stuhi cha ityartha. So it just indicates the meaning of cha and, but it is associated with each. Api sincha, api stuhi. So the samuchaya is indicated by both of them together. I mean, if you just have one, you don't, the samuchaya is not indicated. So each api, that is both of these apis, will get karma pravachaniya samya independently, and therefore there is shatva bhava in association with each. Api sincha, api stuhi. Ubhayatrapi shatva bhavaha. Apidvayena militena samuchaya dyotanat. Pratyekam karma pravachaniyatvat. Ubhayatrapi shatva bhavaha. Sincha stuhicha ityarthaha. So till here we it is the karma pravachaniyas which are covered under Dvitiya Vibhakti. Dvitiya Vibhakti prakarane ye karma pravachaniyaha adhitaha te idanim drishtaha. Okay, because we had skipped that prakarana then. So the current context is, if you remember, we are in Panchami Vibhakti. Panchami Vibhaktau Upapada Vibhakti prakarane smaha. So there are a few cases where karma pravachaniya gets Panchami Vibhakti. I mean, the word associated with karma pravachaniya, instead of Dvitiya, there is Panchami. Okay, so he defines such karma pravachaniyas now and indicates that there is Panchami Vibhakti. So there are two sutras here. The first is apapari varjane. Karma pravachaniyah ityadhi kriyate. Etau nama apa pari ityetau dvau. Varjane. Varjana is to leave something, to something is left out. So varjane karma pravachaniyah staha. So karma pravachaniyaustaha iti. So we go back to the Panchami prakarana. Karma pravachaniyaha ityadhikritasya divvachanena viparinamaha. So the adhikara is actually in bahuvachana, right? Karma pravachaniyaha. But depending on the context, we have to do the vachana viparinama. It happens in all cases. Say anurlakshane. Anuhalakshane karma pravachaniyaha bhavati. So it has to be in ekavachana, depending on the visheshya. So here, since it is two apapari, there is the vachana viparinama for dvitiya. This is a common case of during anuvritti of words. Okay, vachana viparinama. So he does not give an example here. He defines this and he gives the example in the Vibhakti Vidhayaka Sutra. So just see it, apapari varjane. So when apa and pari indicate varjana, they are karma pravachaniyas. Ang maryada vachane. And there is the particle ang. Maryada vachane karma pravachaniyaha bhavati. Ang maryadayam ukta samyaha syat. So maryada and abhividhi are two things which are indicated by ang. We see this in Avyayibhava Samasa. Okay. वचनग्रहणात् अभिविधावपि इत्यस्ति। कः अर्थः इति पश्यामः। वचनग्रहणादिति तेन विना इति मर्यादा, तेन सह इति अभिविधिः। So maryada and abhividhi, both of them indicate an avadhi, okay, the limit of something. Tena vida, excluding the limit, is abhividhi. Tena saha, including the limit, is tena vina is maryada. Okay, excluding the limit is maryada and including the limit is abhividhi. For example, when you say abalebhyaha haribhaktihi, okay, there is devotion to Hari right from childhood. Okay, so it means including the childhood there is Hari Bhakti. Okay, including children. So everybody, inclusive of children, are devotees of Hari. So there it is abhividhi. It includes the limit which is being specified, that is children. Whereas if it says amukti samsaraha, samsara exists till salvation. Okay, so it does not include mukti. Once there is mukti, there is no samsara. Mukti paryantam samsaraha. That is maryada. So mukti, the limit specified, lies beyond samsara. Whereas abalam haribhaktihi, the bala, that is the haribhakti, lies inclusive of balas. That is two senses which are both indicated by ang, maryada and abhividhi. So there is a sutra itself in Avibhava Samasa which says ang maryada abhividhyoho. Tena vineti maryada तेन सह इति अभिविधिः मर्यादा शब्दः यत्रोच्यते तन् मर्यादा वचनम्. Now the question here is ang maryada vachane ityuchyate. So should we take only maryada or should we take abhividhi also? Okay, so he says vachanagrahanad abhividhavapi. If he wanted ang to be karma pravachaniya only in the sense of maryada, he would have said maryadayam. It is laghu, right? It is easier to say maryadayam than say maryada vachane. Ang maryadayam ityukte eva siddhati. Vachane iti kimartham ityukte vachanagrahanad abhividhavapi maryadayam tatha abhividhau ubhayatrapi karma pravachaniyatvam bhavati iti nirdeshtum ang maryada vachane iti sutram. Vachanagrahanad iti tena vineti maryada tena sahetyabhividhihi maryada shabdaha yatra uchyate tad maryada vachanam. So maryada vachana is that sutra where maryada is specified. Ang maryada abhividhyoho iti sutram. So that is this refers to the sutra ang maryada abhividhyoho, which is seen in the samasa prakarana. Tatra yaha ang drishtaha saha karma pravachaniya samyakah syat ityartha. So the ang which is seen there, that is the ang which is used in the sense of maryada and also abhividhi, will be called karma pravachaniya. Tatha cha maryada abhividhyoho ang karma pravachaniyah iti phalati iti bhavaha. Okay, so maryada vachane ityanena vastutah maryada abhividhyoho ityeva artha gamyate. So we take both maryada and abhividhi. So when ang indicates maryada or abhividhi, it gets karma pravachaniya samya. Panchamya pang paribhihi iti vibhakti vidhayakam sutram. So the sutra which gives vibhakti here is panchami apa ang paribhihi. So in association with these three karma pravachaniyas, apa, ang and pari, there is panchami vibhakti. Karma pravachaniya yukte dvitiya ityatah karma pravachaniya yukte iti anuvartate. Etaihi karma pravachaniyaihi yoge panchami syat. Apaharehe pariharehe samsaraha. So this is an example for apapari varjane. Apaharehe samsaraha. So samsara is exclusive of Hari. I mean, if there is Hari, then you can get mukti from samsara. Apaharehe samsaraha. Pariharehe samsaraha. Apaharehe iti. Apahare samsaraha. Parihare samsaraha ityanvayah. Harim varjayitva janimriti chakratmakam samsaranam. So if you leave out Hari, then only we are stuck in this janimriti chakratmakam samsaranam, the samsara which is a cycle of life and death, birth and death. So if we reach Hari, then there is no longer samsara. So apaharehe pariharehe samsaraha. Pariratra varjane. So where there is pari is used in sense of varjana, there is karma pravachaniya, and there is this परिरत्रेति पंचम्यकापां परिभिः इत्यत्र वर्जनार्थकेन अपिना साहचर्यात् परिरपि वर्जनार्थकः एव गृह्यते. Now the question is, it says panchami apang paribhihi. Okay, pari gets karma pravachaniya samnya in sense of varjana by apapari varjane, but also lakshanetham bhutakhyana bhagaviksasu prati pari anavaha ityasti. Pari gets karma pravachaniya samnya in other senses also, like lakshana, itham, bhutakhyana, etc. So should there be panchami always when in association with pari, or only when pari is used in the sense of varjana? So he says pariratra varjane. Yatra varjane pari ityasya karma pravachaniyatvam tatra panchami vibhaktihi. Anyeshu artheshu yada karma pravachaniyatvam tada dvitiya. Like we saw in vriksham pari vidyotate vidyut. So how do we get that? He says sahacharyat. So panchamyapang paribhihi ityatra varjanarthakena apina sahacharyat parirapi varjanarthakaha eva grishyate. Sorry, varjanarthakena apena sahacharyat. The apa panchami apang paribhihi ityasti. Apa, ang and pari. Apa gets karma pravachaniya samnya only in the sense of varjana. Anyatra kutrapi apa ityasya karma pravachaniya samnya nasti. Right? So apa gets karma pravachaniya only in varjana. So when pari is taken with apa, sahacharyat varjanarthakasya eva pareha atrapi grahanam. So in this sutra, apa and pari are both indicative of varjana. So when they are indicative of varjana, we get panchami vibhakti. If there is pari in other senses, then it gets dvitiya vibhakti. In the word associated with it gets dvitiya vibhakti. So pariratra varjane. Panchami apa pari. Okay. So lakshanadau tu harim pari. So yatra lakshanadikam asti tatra harim pari ityeva dvitiya vibhaktireva bhavati. Amuktehe samsaraha. Now it is an example of ang. Panchami apa ang paribhihi. He took apa and pari together because both of them indicate varjana. Ang. Amuktehe samsaraha. So maryada abhividyohu. Maryadayam udaharanam bhavati amuktehe samsaraha. Muktehe iti panchami vibhaktihi. So samsara exists till mukti, till we attain salvation. So beyond that there is no samsara. So this is in maryada. Amuktehe iti. Muktehe prak iti yavat. So before mukti. So once you reach mukti, there is no samsara. So it is tena vina iti maryada. Abhividhau asakalat brahma. Brahma, the parabrahma, asakalat, it permeates everything. So sakalam abhivyapya brahma tishtati. So it includes everything. Ityarthe abhividhau ang angah prayogaha atra. So tatrapi karma pravachaniyatvam bhavati. Atah panchami vibhaktihi asakalat brahma. Asakaladiti. Brahma sakalam abhivyapya vartate ityartha. So it includes everything. Ityarthe asakalat brahma iti prayogaha. So maryadayam abhividhau cha ang ityasya karma pravachaniyatvam bhavati tat prayukta vibhaktischa. Panchami vibhaktischa. So there is one more karma pravachaniya for panchami vibhakti. Pratihi pratinidhi pratidanayoho. So the particle prati, when it indicates pratinidhi and pratidana. Okay. So tatra karma pravachaniya samyakaha bhavati. Karma pravachaniyaha ityadhikriyate. Etayoho arthayoho. Pratinidhyarthe pratidanarthe cha pratihi ukta samyaha syat. The particle prati gets karma pravachaniya samya. So what is pratinidhi? Sadrishaha pratinidhi. Somebody who resembles. Pratinidhi is actually a representative. Okay. Who can represent a person in a situation? Only somebody who is similar. Okay. Say if there is a class, and if there is a teacher teaching a class and there is a substitute, so the substitute should be similar to the teacher, that he should have the same capabilities to substitute, otherwise he cannot be a substitute. So therefore sadrishaha pratinidhi, pratinidhi, a substitute or a representative, is sadrisha. Basically indicates the sadrishya, okay, similarity. And dattasya pratiniryatanam pratidanam, pratidanam, something has been given, it is being returned. Dattasya pratiniryatanam, returning something which has been given, is called pratidana. So when both of these are indicated, the particle prati will have karma pravachaniyasam, and pratinidhi pratidane cha yasmat. So yasmat pratinidhi pratidanam. So that particle karma pravachaniyakte ditya ityatah karma pravachaniyakte iti panchami iti cha anvartate. So that is panchami vibhakti in association with such prati. Okay. So atra karma pravachaniya yoge panchami syat. So in the sense of pratinidhi and pratidana, when prati is used, there is panchami vibhakti. Pradyumnaha krishnat prati. So pradyumna is a representative or a substitute for Krishna, say in something like a war field. Krishnat prati. So here prati indicates pratinidhi. Pradyumna is a pratinidhi of Krishna. So shashthim vadhitva panchami vibhakti. Pradyumnaha krishnat iti. Yuddhadau pradyumnaha krishna nirupita sadrishyavan ityarthaha. It means that his parakrama and his skill are very similar to that of Krishna. Pradyumna is Krishna's son, right? So Yuddhadau pradyumnaha krishna nirupita sadrishyavan ityarthaha. Panchamyarthaha sadrishyam pratistu tadyotakaha. So prati indicates sadrishya. Tilebhya pratiyachhati mashan. So he gives masha. Masha is the urad dal, ulund, right? So in return for tila, tila is til. Right? So tilebhya pratiyachhati mashan. He had taken tila and he is giving back masha in return to it. So the pratidana can be the same thing, or it can be the value of it. That is, it can be giving something back equal in value. Tilebhya pratiyachhati mashan. Tilebhya iti. Rinatvena grihitan tilan swarupena mulyadhyatmana va pratyarpayati. Okay. So he had taken some tila as loan, so he is giving them back. So either the price of that or something else for that. Okay. So tilebhya mashan pratiyachhati. So that is about the karma pravachaniya panchami in association with karma pravachaniya. So it is an upapada panchami. In association with certain karma pravachaniyas, we have panchami vibhakti. Okay. So then there are a few more things left in panchami vibhakti, where there is upapada vibhakti. So other than karma pravachaniya, there are some other words in association with which we have panchami vibhakti, which we will see in the next class. So we should be able to finish panchami and then start with shashti. We have two more vibhaktis to go after this, shashti and saptami. Any questions? We'll stop here. मित्रेण नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते. The